Hi Cancer, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I'm going to pull some cards for you guys. I already pre-shuffled. I'm just going to shuffle a couple more times. It's Sun, Moon, and Rising for Cancer, as well as Mars for the females and Venus for the males. For me, it's one or the other, and that's how they connect. Well, we have November 8th, 2019 today. For Cancer, for everyone watching, the best and highest good of all is concerned. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? Alright, so for Cancer. Alright, so for Cancer, what it is? November 8th, 2019. Okay, so first card up, Six of Wands reversed for Cancer. The challenge being the Fool reversed, a little lacking faith there. What's grounding you? The Knight of Cups reversed. And in the recent past, what happened? We have the Eight of Swords reversed. So getting out of a bind or getting out of prison, out of your head. What is crowning you? What is going on in your now moment? The King of Pentacles, upright. You definitely have a connection here to Gemini that I just did. Some of the same cards are coming out. Soon, what's coming up for you is the Three of Wands reversed. How do you see yourself? As the Six of Pentacles reversed. So there may be some practical imbalance there, or unfair relationship, a lack of love given or received. And what's around you, or how other people may see you, is that Nine of Swords. It's reversed, so for me that's like a chronic cycle of suffering or stressed out, purging, crying, up nights with headaches, not sleeping. Alright, so the blocks that you need to work on or clear have to do with issues at the workplace. Not coming together, not co-creating, could be third-party person through work, or just not on the same page with other people when you work together. Maybe you like working on your own better. And then we come to the end here with the Five of Swords reversed. So ending the war, possibly apologies are needed here. So I do a little hangman at the end here. So what's connected to what's left in limbo here at the end of the read. And what's connected is the Two of Pentacles reversed. Alright, so tripping up or dropping the facade, letting go of the act in order to break patterns. Doing that dance. And so what's then hanging in limbo when we leave this read? Well, we have the Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold, exiled, possibly injured or hurt, or going to hospital visits. You could have been kicked out of work or groups, so somebody could have been fired or laid off. But it's just about that victim mentality, right? The savior-victim template. In order for there to be a savior, there has to be a victim too. And that can just be just feeling bad, being put out of the group, no matter what it is, or just feeling like you have no power, even if it's an illness, thinking to yourself, you know, why me? Why do I go in there for treatment and I come out feeling worse, especially if you're going for chemo or radiation treatment, that kind of thing. Or maybe it was an emergency and you just went, and now you're on crutches, literally. So then there's a wild card I'm going to be pulling. So after that, let's see what's going on. Alright, so it could be a bit of a story here for you. That's not quite done. The underlying energy here at the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Pentacles reversed. So I'm going to arrange the bottom of the deck here now just to see what's going on with this underlying energy and why. So again, this is very interesting. Gemini had this same card right here in the same place, which is gaining clarity. You've received information or clarity about the situation. You have the Devil, the Page of Pentacles, and then the Ten of Pentacles reversed here. So dealing either dysfunction with family, maybe lost a family member, or there's a loss of money, whether it's through purchase or a difficulty with losing a job, or you have a business that's losing money, or this literally can be a big institution going under as well. And maybe you lost your job because of that. But there's clarity here about this dysfunction, whatever it is, that the devil had his hand in it. He's swearing in, and this can just be a Capricorn who's not a devil at all. So it can just be a Capricorn, which definitely can be related to this Ten of Pentacles. It could be the leader of the company or the family, who's also very much in the earth signs with the Capricorn. But, you know, this could be someone swearing in who's a Capricorn, but it also could be the devil swearing in, right? And the devil doesn't have to tell the truth, it's the devil. Okay? And then we have an opportunity here where there's been a fall of this family or this business where the devil sees the opportunity to get in. It is clear to the family that the devil took them down in order to create this opportunity for themselves. So it looks like there's some underhandedness, or it's seen as being underhandedness. And what's aligned with that in the recent past is the Eight of Swords reversed, having to do with being released from a difficult situation. This could be just anxiety or being trapped in your mind all the time. It could be literally released from prison, and now the devil is released. It's a big issue for the family. All right. So if you definitely had a prisoner released, the family feels like they're either going to take them down, or there's a court hearing here where they can take them down by what they know in court. Or the family has lost money because they had to pay bail money to get somebody out of jail. Or an opportunity to clear yourself, but there may be money involved with fees or whatever it is, or bail, or a suit where you need to pay off somebody else. So that's coming up here as the underlying energy for Cancer. And it can just be like the Capricorn father, and this page could just be identified as a Capricorn who's a child with an opportunity. The child could be separating themselves from a family, or taking a little bit of what the family, like the family has a ton of money, but they're saying they don't have money for you. They're giving you 1 coin and they have 10, and you're the kid saying, why is it that they can't help me? They have 10 coins, why only 1? But it's like this child is the upright one. Could be a Capricorn child who's learning how to manifest, and they're learning how to manifest maybe their gold coin. For me, that's the unity consciousness, and really learning something new for themselves because they want to tell the truth. There's definitely energy coming up here throughout the read where there's some kind of lie or cheating, something going on, stealing something. So the underlying energy here is the Knight of Cups reversed, and this is about jealousy, insincerity, the refusal to give or receive love. It's someone who's insincere, but it's because they're hurt, right? Whatever their issues are. It's definitely based on emotions. We have the Knight of Cups next to the Ten of Pentacles reversed here. So there's definitely this because either they were taught to not love or be manipulative, right? Not care what other people think. They were taught to be all about money. This could be greed, a family that's all about greed. They don't care about love. They'll manipulate anybody to get more money. This is greed. And this child here is not like that. This also can be dealing with 2 different children. One who tends to be jealous and more emotional, and the other one's a good student. So that's why the other one's jealous, because the one who's got the good ideas or the good grades gets all the attention, and the other one's pissed. So it could be a couple different situations. So what's your energy in the middle here is about either being an attention whore type person, or needing attention, or failed, bad news, some doing things under the radar, maybe not quite kosher, right? Or just feeling like a failure in your parents' eyes, especially if you're 2 different kids and the other one's always getting good attention and you're not. You're always seen as the bad one. No one knows what it's like to be the bad man, right? So that's coming up, because when you're always seen as the bad child, you identify yourself that way, and that's a wound that needs to come up and be cleared. So the challenge is the Fool reversed. And this is about lacking faith, tripping up, falling on your face, falling from grace, or not caring if you do, because you're feeling no pain. So it's easy to lack faith when you're feeling no pain. This is where you've been released from whatever prison you're in, whether it's your mind, or if someone's got your hands tied, or you're literally in prison, no matter what it is. And this is definitely related to this family, whether that family is your biological family, or a community, or an institution. It's either a big loss of money, or the family put out a lot of money to get you free in a good way, or it's the opposite, where they're all about the money, they're greedy, and they don't care about you. And you got your own self out of prison. So the challenge here for you is just faith. It's finding faith in yourself again, and not believing what others tell you about who you are, or or allowing people to dictate what your life should be. To drop, it's okay to, it's about the family expects you to look a certain way or be a certain way, and this is about dropping the facade and being true to yourself. Because you're now seeing firsthand that if you aren't authentic to yourself, it's really easy to trip up and screw up and fall on your face. Because if you're not being authentic, you're not having faith in yourself. So this is all about, someone fell off their high horse, or fell from grace. As soon as they get out of the prison, they fell again, because they weren't having faith in themselves. And we have the King of Pentacles up here too. So we've got the King of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. So definitely going to be father and child. The family may be messed up, but he's not. He's upright. So the child may be connecting with this person, and then they may be disconnecting from the rest of the family, or the institution, etc. Yeah, the father and child is separating themselves from the family, who may be users. Or the family helped the father and child get out of prison, literally, or financially paid for them to help them get out of a court situation. The devil's here, definitely swearing in and all that kind of stuff. What's coming up for you is, this could be looking back at the past, going back to the past, or living in the past, and that's not where you want to be. We can look back at the past in order to bring up wounds, but we shouldn't be staying there, or just making ourselves, it may just throw you out of balance again if you start feeding into the past too much. This is inequity, or somebody scammed, so there's definitely liar, cheater, thief energy coming up here at the end. So your own family might have scammed you, or there's an inequity in the relationship between you. One gives more than the other, and no matter what area that is, you may be the one. You may feel like they won't love you if you're true to yourself, and that could be the worst kind of inequity, that they're not going to love you if you're real. So it's like you're going back to see the inequity in the relationship with either that Knight of Cups reversed, or this dysfunctional family, or that this family has been giving you too much money, and you could be the spoiled one, right? They gave you too much. And it's like a kid not appreciating their parents and just being a spoiled brat, and coming back for more and more, but never even giving any love to them. So that can be as well. So around you, or how you're seen, is this chronic suffering, purging, up at night, not sleeping, headaches, crying, that it's never over. So either that's someone around you, or how other people see you. You see yourself as imbalanced in a practical way, so financially, or whatever practical things you need to do, or an injury, whatever it is, or in the balance in a relationship that's off. That's how you see it in a practical way. Other people are seeing you as deep suffering. You're not seeing the wounding, and they are. They get it, that you were very deeply wounded, and this is why you're behaving this way. But you could even be the one who scams other people. If you are the Knight of Cups reversed as a Cancer, you could be the one who emotionally manipulates others to get money out of them. Or it's the opposite, where you feel a great disservice because the family has screwed you over in somehow, so now you're refusing to give love to them. So whether it's family, community, or a large institution, it can be any of those levels. But we end up here, you wanting to end the war, and even you or getting an apology from someone else, either way, but it's connected to the King of Pentacles here. So it could be, like I said, it could be father and child, but this can also be at work and employee situation. Somebody's ending the war, and there could be an apology as well. All right, maybe you got accused of stealing and it was somebody else. It could be that too. So the connection to what's in limbo here has to do with the Two of Pentacles reversed, which is tripping up, or the need to trip up and fall, so you can break down everything and rebuild again. Okay? It's dropping the facade, breaking the patterns, learning to start over, right? So you can make new patterns and then dance and go with the flow. So what is that? That's connecting us to feeling left out in the cold. So sometimes doing what's necessary for us, and ending the war may have to do with you leaving the situation. So if it's a job, you may have made peace, but now it's also time to leave because you no longer resonate with these people. Because even though peace is made now, it's not serving you, and maybe the problem wasn't solved. It's just you made peace, you agreed to disagree, but you could still feel left out, like somebody kicked you out of the church or the group or the whatever it is, or may have left the hospital too, feeling put out. Maybe you didn't have insurance, and so you couldn't get all of the care that you needed. Or maybe you had a child or anything where they actually discharged you and you felt like you needed to stay in still, but they wouldn't let you stay because of money. So what's leaving you in limbo here, Cancer, is feeling left out in the cold, feeling abandoned, injured. You could literally have an injury, like I have a pulled muscle in this arm, so I can't do anything with it. Every time I lift it up, it hurts. Yeah, so broken wing. You could feel like you have a broken wing. I'm getting Blackbird. So you might want to listen to that song. So the wild card coming up here was Four of Wands reversed. So this may mean a couple of things. Either you need to move, you need to cancel a party, you need to end a family situation, right? Might need to leave a marriage, or you need to get away and go visit a friend or a family member. All right, maybe you need that to just get a fresh perspective. Maybe you need to move because you just lost a job. Or maybe you need to move, change doctors, or maybe you need to move, if you have a small business as well, you might need to move the location of your business and you're not getting a loan. So I pulled a couple more cards just because it wasn't clear. And so we have the Lovers reversed and the Liar, Cheater, Thief card, or this could just be running away. So there definitely could be a breakup here with an end of a marriage and the Lovers reversed. Or if somebody's indecisive about it right now and that's why it's in limbo. But this could be somebody running away from their problems. Or it could be a third-party situation where someone stole or cheated or is running away to somebody else, and it doesn't even have to be a sexual relationship. This could be running to somebody else, running away to somebody else for help, but you're not getting it over here because this is indecision. So it definitely could be a sexual breakup though, if it's a relationship. It could be third-party situation. We do have the 1, 3. There's 2 3s, yeah. Definitely could be a third party here. So breaking up a relationship. There's definitely a connection with the King of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Pentacles here. There could be a business that's connected with the family, because we have the 3 of Pentacles. We have the 3 of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles here, all right? So he could be connected. He could have a family-owned business here, or it could be dealing with a buyout where a big corporation is coming in trying to take the smaller business, and this is the person at the helm of the big business, I'm getting. So either way, he is good in essence, but the small business may not want to be taken over by the big business, or this could be a family who's running this small business and they're losing money, or they're not getting along at work. They're not seeing the ideas the same way. They don't want to work together anymore. So it could be the King of Pentacles leaving this and going out on his own. The person who's looking for attention or trying to stay under the radar because they feel foolish is looking back or thinking about going back to something else, maybe that they overlooked. So let's see what else is going on for Cancer. Yeah, the suffering and silence has to do with the war and the stealing. So if you change that energy about suffering and silence by yourself, you're automatically going to change that war of trust and mistrust, because you're pulling in untrustworthy people, whether it's breakups or a lack of affection between people, stealing ideas, stealing, cheating, lying, and having a war and needing to apologize, just being mean to other people, whether it's you or someone else doing that to you. And sometimes the boss is seen that way because they have to stay somewhat detached from their employees. So you may feel that way, that this boss or this family member treated you this way, that they needed to stay detached because they were running a business. It wasn't personal, but maybe also this person doesn't treat anything like it's personal. Maybe they're just that way all the time. All right, so for Cancer, we have distant horizons, but you notice in this card, there's no water there for the ship. So how can you anchor a ship if there's no water there? So you expect to fly there? So there could be different things. It could be about dreams and distant horizons, what you dream of a day where you don't need the ocean to get your ship to another shore. This is very much about world travel and world things, different countries and things like that. And it could be someone who's trying to get to the Olympics as well. But there's a concern that there's nowhere to anchor here with this man here. All right, he's very concerned how to anchor this ship, where to go, how to ground it, how do we get to where we want to go. There may have been there's obviously some dissension or difficulty between people, whether it's one and another or one in a group. But this is someone who's concerned about how do we get from one point to the other. How do we get through disparaging views? Like, this person's in despair, and this is about expanding around the world, you know, the big business kind of mentality. How do we mediate, you know, the two opposing views here? It's like coming from the two sides of the coin to the center. And it's like, this is for the masculine and the feminine. If you're dealing with a twin flame thing, this is like the masculine trying to figure out how do we mediate these opposing views, because you're coming from two opposites of the same coin and coming together. So you both have the same, point of view. You have the same outcome that you want to get to. And I don't even want to use the word outcome, but you have the same place, you have the same loves ultimately you want to get to, but you have two opposite ways of looking at the same thing. And there's a child at the bottom. There's also adjudication involved. Okay, and another message of concern. So there needs to be clarity here, but it's like Cancer or the other person received clarity early on here, and now it's just they're concerned about it, but they haven't decided what to do, because there is another message here. There's another message of concern. You have all the messages here. You have the message of concern, and then another message too. Okay? Because that first guy, he was concerned. So you have concern, message, and message of concern. So lots of messages. And there's a mature man in the pathway coming up after that. Okay, so the mature man and going on the right path. Like someone being patient, thinking it all through before jumping to conclusions or jumping in. And then we have at the bottom of the deck is the little girl, the child. Okay, we also have the 18, which is the moon. So this is what we have here. At the bottom, the underlying energy is someone who may have gone from an official person. This is coming into the top of the bottom of the deck, okay? So we have the official person who may have had bad health, so that could be someone who passed, or not, or someone who left an official position and left everything behind to strike out on their own with a mature woman. So it could be a mother or just someone older than them, or somebody in the community. The main male, so we have a mature woman, the main male, and then high honor of a child. Okay, so that could be a grandmother, a son, and a child, and maybe they have big expectations for this child. This could actually be, it could be a couple with a child as well. It also could be a mother and a son taking care of a sister's child, maybe who passed, or, you know, anything like that. So let's see. So I want to know first, what's going on with the Seven of Swords at the end here and the Lovers reversed? What is the Seven of Swords and the Lovers reversed there? Why is the Lovers reversed with the Seven of Swords? Somebody might have gotten kicked out of the house too. Has to do with the King of Pentacles, which is the main part of your read. Okay, the King of Pentacles has a secret, or that could be a secret lover as well, or he could have psychic abilities that nobody knew about. And maybe because of religious factors, they don't believe in that. And so somebody could have gotten kicked out because of that, or the King of Pentacles kicked the Cancer out because of that. So here we have, this could be three people in a partnership, the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the High Priestess, who could be a Pisces person. Or this is literally that these two people have intuitive abilities or psychic abilities, or they have a secret between them. Okay, and then we have that Six of Pentacles, the way you see yourself, Cancer. Okay, there's some kind of inequity in this relationship here, whether it's three people or two people, and there's a secret going on, or psychic or intuitive abilities. Maybe someone feels like they were scammed or ripped off. And then we have the Four of Wands. So it could have ended a business partnership or a home situation. The Six of Pentacles could be settling out and leaving a home. So it could be a divorce, like Aura said, like a break of contract in a business after fighting, still fighting on a quest, leaving something behind. Or it could be also going to visit a friend. What's coming on with the fight? Alright, this is getting interesting because all the same cards are coming up. So you had the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the High Priestess. Then we have this here. We have the inequity, the imbalance, or settling out, debt, all that kind of stuff. There's an imbalance, whether it's money, practical things, whatever it is, being scammed. Okay, so coming up from this side, then we have this, where we have that in the read as well. Okay, definitely losing money from a house, perhaps. Maybe you had to sell a house for less than it was worth, or you just had to move. But this could be ending a marriage as well, because of the relationship wasn't fair, it wasn't well balanced. It also could just be ending a party because it wasn't balanced. It cost too much money. It was much more than you promised it would be. So they had to end a celebration, but it could be a move of a house, a move of a business, or end of a marriage for sure. And then we have a fight with a Queen of Wands and issues at work here. Okay, so somebody could have quit work because they got in a fight, or they're not getting along with their ideas. Maybe she's one of the partners. Maybe she's that High Priestess in the middle there, and there are three partners here. All right, or she's the partner of one of these guys here in a marriage, and that's not working out. But it looks like either way, they're trying to co-create together, and that's not working out. Let's see what was coming up after that one. All right, so it's like there's, it gets complicated. All right, these two are, not getting along at work, the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles reversed, and they're fighting at work, and the two other guys may have to decide if they need to fire one or two of them or both of them. All right, because they need to align with their desires and take things one step at a time and find peace. So it's definitely fighting at work and or in family. And there needs to be an end to this pain, to settle out, and you need to walk away from whoever's not resonating with you, whether it's in the family, whether it's in your smaller family, whether it's in your work environment, whatever it is, even if it's with a child here, because we got the King of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. Somebody, I was just getting somebody saying sayonara. All right. Okay. I'm going to let it go. I don't want to go too much further. It's fine. Just, you have to walk away and trust that you need to be around people who you resonate with, who love you no matter what, and when you can be your authentic self. So rise and be loved, Cancer. Love you. Bye.